Hi there, everyone. Welcome. Happy July 2025. It's Julie with Photofabpaperflowers, and it's time for another tutorial. Welcome in, my friends, J Crew. Hi there. We're back. Hello. I'm just pulling up your comments. Hi, Christy. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I hope you're doing well. Just gonna put my Cricut mat away. Since I cleaned my craft room, I don't want to make it crazy again. It's always a chore, isn't it? Hi, Jeanette. Welcome. I was trying to pull up your comments. It's thinking. Welcome, my friends. I have missed you all. How are all of you doing? Hey, Maria. Oh no, Maria said she lost her phone last night and is using an old one. Well, at least you have the old one there. Can you see it on the Find My app? Chrissy, vacation was good, relaxing. I did a staycation just for, just to actually really chill and relax. Lots of pool time, which was nice. I worked in the morning, and then I did get all the Flower Camp 2024 tutorials typed up. Now I'm going back through and adding some highlights from our end of day socials and the welcome and the closing. So it should be out shortly. Oh, Maria, when does yours start? You're soon. You're going for 2 weeks. So Maria say she cannot wait for vacation. Girl, I'm ready to go have off again. Happy July 3rd, friends, 2025. My gosh, it's July already. Oh, awesome, Maria. Well, have a safe trip and have a lot of fun. So friends, we are, if you maybe saw my stories a couple times, I did show a sunflower potted plant that I'm planning on hopefully doing in a class locally here in Pennsylvania. So we're actually just going to make the same sunflower, but we're going to do it into a magnet because that's going to be my other option with my the places that I'm working with. So they can choose, do we want to do a magnet or a potted sunflower? So either way, the flower is exactly the same. All right, so today's live tutorial here on Facebook will be saved, downloaded, and uploaded to my YouTube channel. So be sure to follow along over there. As I am uploading those videos to YouTube and the older ones, I am going back and re-linking the videos. So like in the 2024 tutorials photo album here on Facebook, in the comments for that individual photo, I am removing the Facebook Live link because it is no longer available. They have been deleted from my channel, and I'm replacing it. in the YouTube video description, it will link you to the instruction document as well. So thanks for your patience with all of that. V and Florist Explorer, she was able to delay her deletion of her live videos. So for the Flower Camp handout, currently they are linked to her Facebook page, and we'll eventually have to update that once she gets them on YouTube eventually. So thank you all for joining, whether live or in replay. I am Julie with Photofabpaperflowers, and I do wish you all a happy and safe 4th of July weekend here. So again, it's July 3rd, 2025. We're using the 2022 Sunflower Mini Flower Bundle, okay? For my cardstock paper, I'm using Printworks DIY paper, and I'm using the green is from the Earth. Oh, is that a tone? I think it's Earth Tone floral cardstock. So it comes with the green. Oh, it's actually in either of them, the Earth Tone or the floral cardstock. It is very close to the jelly bean green that I use. Is it jelly bean? No, gumdrop green from Cardstock Warehouse. So any green you want to use. So thank you, Printworks, for our paper. So the green I'm using again is in the Earth Tone or the floral cardstock paper pack. For my brighter yellow is in the floral cardstock paper, so you can use your green and the yellow, and this is daffodil. So any brighter yellow, I like to use 2 tones on my sunflower. So for 2 of the petals in their boho rainbow paper pack, I'm using the Golden Rod. So it'll be 2 different shades of yellow. And then from the Earth Tone pack, I'm using their brown. So I like to use 2 shades of yellow, a green, and a brown for my sunflowers. Welcome in. Oh, hi, Braun. Welcome. Or is it Carol Braun? So welcome in from Australia. Thank you for joining. Hey, Vanessa, Carolyn, welcome in, everybody. So again, we're making the 2022 Sunflower Mini Flower template. So for those of you who are new or watching from YouTube, the replay, I take my existing templates and we continue to work with them. And all the sizes are typed up on with a nice image. And so you go up to the photo albums at the top of the page, and then there's certain albums like 2024 tutorials, 2025. The exclusive events are in different photo albums. In the comments, it links to the video. Now again, the Facebook videos have all been deleted. I have them all downloaded and they are slowly getting uploaded to YouTube. But I do have other videos there as well. All right, so this one we're making a sunflower magnet. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So in your machine's design space for this template, I just insert a shape. I insert the line and then I duplicate my files. So all of my sunflower projects are in one project. I just mark the date, then we had the tutorial. So we are going to use, it comes with 3 sepals. So sepal number 1, you're going to cut 1 at 5 inches wide by 4.92. Sepal 2, you're going to cut 1 at 4.17 wide by 4.13. And sepal 3, cut 1 at 2.92 and 2.89 inches high. It comes with 2 different petals. I'm using petal number 2. So my color 1 is the goldenrod color. They're all cut at 4 inches wide. So if you wanted to use one color for your sunflower, it's perfectly okay. And then the other 3 are in the daffodil, as we mentioned. And they're 4 inches wide by 4 inches. Okay. Our centers, we have 3 different sizes. I have them from smallest to largest here. So you may have to unlock the image in your machine's design space, type in 10.25 wide by 0.35, and you need 4 of those. So I have them here. We need 4 at 10.25 wide and 0.45. And then we're going to do 5 at the tallest height, which is 0.55. Okay. I cut 2 leaves. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not in this project, but I will style them and we will see. Okay. So I cut 1 leaf at 1.82 by 2.46. And 1 at 2.42 and 3.26. My tools, again, we went over the cardstock is by Printworks DIY. I use Daffodil, which is in their floral cardstock. The green is also in that paper pack. My yellow is in the Boho Rainbow Goldenrod. And again, the green is in the floral cardstock or the earth tone. And the brown is also in the earth tone. There, I can see my writing. We need our slotted quilling tool. We need our set of Embossing Stylus tools. We need our dowel rods. So now I clean, so I have to find where everything is. So we need our color-coded dowel rods and our chart so we know what size to use. I like to use the SureBonder mini glue gun where it does fold up, and I like to use the 8-inch Gorilla glue sticks with my glue gun. We also need our flower shaping mat, which is our 1/4-inch soft foam mat. And I think that's it. Oh, optionally, we're gonna add a little bit of ink. So I'm using Distress Oxide Black Soot. For my green that I like to use is Forest Moss. And you can also add a little bit of walnut stain as well. Optionally, if anything, I would do a little bit of the black. And we need our finger dabbers to match. So I have mine all off to the side. I've been reusing them. So I'll just put those there. I don't know, I think I might need a green. So we have to get a new one out for our green. Unless this is the green. The green and the brown look so similar. I think that's the green. But in case, we'll get a new one out. So how are you all doing? Ready for the holiday weekend? And I did post the schedule. It's pinned at the top of the page. Most of you do know my camping staff for flower camp. Our camp director, florist treatment for cancer, and I lost connection for a moment. And our camp counselor, V, of Forever Petals by V, is supporting him and taking him to treatment. So without my staff and my very good friends, I couldn't continue the flower camp as it was the past few years. So 2025 will be a little bit different. We're doing throwback, which just means we're going to be using our existing templates from 2022, 2023, and 2024. And to support my friend, Forever Petals by V, how you can help her out is buying those templates if you don't own them. And we're going to make some large paper flowers along with some mini flowers, which are available in my Etsy shop. So though it won't be the same, we will still continue with tutorials every day that week as our way to support them and continue our love of flower camp, where you don't actually have to go camping. You just get to hang out, unfortunately, with just me this year. But I do appreciate all your support with that, and hopefully maybe they can pop in at one point along the way. But either way, we will have a modified version of Flower Camp for 2025, and we send all our love and support to Isaac and me on their journey. So So stay tuned. I will post a schedule. I do work full-time, so we do have to work around my full-time schedule here in Pennsylvania East Coast time. I may be able to get in a lunchtime tutorial on the day I work from home, but we will see, but I will work on that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So thank you all for joining. Again, we're making a sunflower magnet, and here we go. Oh, Linda, welcome in. Hey, Renee. We're so happy you can join, and we couldn't have you miss one of your favorite series here. So thank you for stopping. So Renee has no 4th plans, but this is the first weekend of the 2 of the Lavender Fest I work at. Well, that sounds like fun. Hopefully you have good weather. It's been awfully hot here. Terrible storms this week, which is why I didn't do one on Tuesday, because we had a really bad one. A tornado did go through my county. It wasn't near my house, but yeah, it was crazy. I got home, I left work early and signed in at home because it was insane. So we are going to take all of our petals. So I like to stack them. We're going to try and get them lined up. They're all the same size at 4 inches, and this is petal number 2 from the 2022 sunflower template. It's a little hard getting back into the swing of things, I have to say. We're going to use our purple 1/8 inch dowel rod. So I'm looking for the purple, hand colored by moi, is the 1/8. So we're going to roll our petals up. So because they are the same size, you can roll them. So we're going to place them down in the middle of the dowel rod, in the middle of the petal, and pinch it up with your thumb and roll it between your fingers. So it's going to get a little curl to the petal. Rhonda, welcome in. Well, happy summer vacation for you. We're happy you could join us live. We are making a sunflower magnet. So this is a little different than the traditional one we have in our instruction document. So if anybody saw my stories I've been sharing every now and then, a stem sunflower I made for hopefully a class I'll have here in PA. So this is the same exact sunflower I made for that stemmed one. So we're just rolling our petals up with our purple 1/8 inch dowel rod. You place it down in the middle of the petal, pinch it up and roll. Oh, that sounds so much fun. Carolyn has a houseboat going to an island for kids to do fireworks and fish. Saturday we will be at the grill and then ride out to see the fireworks. Well, that sounds fabulous. Have so much fun. I will be floating in the pool this weekend, and I do have a client order for the 9th to get completed. So we're taking our other 3. So I like to use 2 different color yellows. I have them stacked. We're going to take our purple 1/8 inch dowel rod, place it down in the middle of the petal, pinch it up and roll. Now this is thicker. I'm actually going to do 2 and then we'll do 1 separately. Whew. It is 65-pound cardstock, but these are smaller, so we'll just do it that way. Okay, place it down the middle of the petal, pinch around. Okay, place it down the middle of the petal, pinch up and roll. So sunflowers are actually super duper easy to make. So with the Printworks cardstock, the yellow, the brown, this brighter yellow daffodil, and the green I cut on the light cardstock plus setting. I did have a newer mat for my centers. the goldenrod, I did change it just to the regular light cardstock because it's a little bit thinner. So you're just placing the dowel rod down the middle of the petal, pinch it up, and rolling it between your fingers. I know a lot of people are on vacation, so I appreciate you hanging out, whether live or in replay. Thank you for watching. If it's here on Facebook or on YouTube, I appreciate it. And I'm happy and pleased to tell you the Flower Camp, if you missed the beginning, 2024 handout. All the tutorials are typed up. My videos are uploaded to YouTube. I'm just going through and adding in some highlights and fun comments from all of our end of day socials, and welcome. So it's been super fun re-watching those videos. Let me tell you, I sent snippets to V and Isaac because I forgot a lot of things that happened at Flower Camp. So it's always so much fun, and we will still continue to have some fun here as we do some throwback for 2025. Okay, so we just rolled all of them up with our purple 1/8 inch dowel rod. Super duper easy. So for our sepals, we do need an embossing stylus, so I think I forgot to go over that. We're going to add some veining on each of our petals of our leaves. So I like to just draw a line down the center, and then I add lines towards the center. So, where's my sheets? They end up looking like that for your leaf veining. Okay, so we're just going to continue that. So this embossing stylus is from Dollar Tree, and it has 2 different size ends. I'm using the wider end. I rarely use the smaller end. I feel like I would puncture through the paper. So this is gonna give our leaves some shape. So again, I'm hopefully gonna in August do 2 classes in Pennsylvania. So I would offer them the magnet class or the potted sunflower class. We will be making a large sunflower just for my theming at work to hang on our wall. And you can see that texture. So we're just gonna go through and do that to all. I had them stacked largest to smallest. Yes, we use all 3 sepals on our sunflower. So again, you're just drawing that line down the center, and then the V shape of the veining. So you can see a little bit better from the back. So I hope everyone is doing well. So thank you for hanging out. We love having you here. And it feels good to be back, so I'm a little bit out of sorts. So I apologize, and I did not have a good lunch. It was good, but it's not good for... It was a little high on the carbs, so if I am at a loss for words, that's what happens when I have too many carbs. Okay, so we're just adding our veining. This part is totally optional, so it's up to you how much detail you like to add to your flowers. And again, the smaller one, we're still going to do that exact same technique. Straight down the center, and then your V-shaped lines towards that. Straight down. The longest part with the sunflower is your rolling of the centers. And this is the 2022 sunflower mini flower. Okay, so now you can add some optional inking. So I'm just gonna grab a piece of scrap paper I have sitting around here. Ooh, that's a bright orange. We're gonna add a little bit of green first. So I'm using some forest moss. And again, I think that's this. That looks like that. And with Prime Week next week, August 8th through the 11th, 2025, I'll double check the Amazon storefront for the items that I have in there, because you may want to stock up on some supplies there. And I also extended my sale in my Etsy shop through next week. I think it was the 8th. So I'm just brushing on some green to highlight the shape of, or the veining, so it'll highlight that. And a little bit in the center. We're gonna flip it over and do exactly the same thing. So it's just adding some shading. There's not a lot of inking with the sunflower, mostly just the sepals, and again, that would be optional. So we're still going to continue adding some green, again, to highlight, brings out the veining. Can you believe it's July 4th already, friends? Oh my gosh. And we're going to flip it over and do exactly that exact same thing. So we have Maria going on vacation. Carolyn's heading to the houseboat. Anybody else doing anything fun you'd care to share? So again, we just added a little bit of inking. Renee has the lavender festival in New York. What's going on down in Florida, Linda, besides being hot? Okay. Christy, you doing anything in Maryland? We're just adding a little bit of color. So let us know, friends. Did you miss me? Because I missed you while I was off. I did take almost 5 days and didn't craft at all till near the end of my time. I really needed a break from my full-time job and flowers. I'm back to work. Ooh, that hit me with the face this week. That was rough. It was a rough week, let me tell you. I'm glad it is the weekend. I like to add a little bit of brown. You can use either ground espresso or walnut stain. I like to use darker brown colors. And again, I'm just going to brush on just a little bit more. Just on the petals. I'm not going to do the centers. And this is just to be consistent if I use, if I was stemming this one, to use with my other flowers I have created. Again, I'm just brushing a little bit on. Again, it really just brings out that veining in your leaves. Ooh, awesome! Is that close to Maria? Can you go to the lavender fest? Well, you're going away. Maria's in New York as well. I don't know how far apart you all are. All right. And we should do the exact same thing for our leaves. So let's do that while we have our ink out. So we're going to bring back our flower shaping mat. Oh, this is from 2023. Oh, friends. All right, we're going to take our larger end of our embossing stylus, and again, we're still going to go down the center, and we're still going to add our veining. Because this is a magnet, I'm not gluing two leaves together or anything, so you can see that veining. Hot, humid, and mosquitoes. I mean, aren't you getting a lot of rain? I say stay inside then. Alright, so we added our veining to our leaves, so now again I'm just going to use that forest moss. And we're just going to brush on some of that. Now this time I am going to go around the edges. Okay, flip it over, brush it on. And again, I'm going to go around the edges. Now we won't see the stem part of the leaf. Again, if you didn't see, the schedule is posted, and then our throwback week for flower camp, which means we're going to be using our existing templates, and we'll have a tutorial every day, but it'll just be me, and maybe we can get our friends to stop or pop on. And again, take time to rewatch the videos. Oh my god, I was laughing so bad. All of mine are on YouTube. They are linked. Well, they will be in the handout when I get it released. I'm hoping within the next week or so. Okay, walnut stain. We're going to add a little bit of that. I'm going to go around the edges to really highlight that shape. Raining in Texas. Oh my goodness. Be safe. We had like 5 inches of rain the other day. Out north and south of me. Okay. It's been crazy. So please be safe, everyone, as you partake in activities or from weather if you're traveling. All right, look at that. I think we have it ready. So, oh, we forgot. We need to style our sepals. Oh, goodness. All right, so we have the purple, and then we need the Julie. The Julie comes in either Dowel Rod pack, the 12-inch or the 6-inch, and she's the one that is not color-coded. We named her after me, and is skinnier than the 1/8-inch Dowel Rod. All right, so for our largest one, we are going to use the purple 1/8. So we're going to place it down in the middle of the petal. I go to the left of the pointed tip, and you're just going to roll it around. Okay, so you can go a little bit to the left of the point, so it'll be at a slight angle. Pinch it up and roll. See how it's on the petal? Pinch it up and roll. I know, it is total chaos. The 3 amigos, or the trio. Yes, totally. Believe me, it was hard watching them, but oh my god, the laughs again. He called me Hot Hands Julie. I died laughing and had to send him the video. For the two smaller, or the medium and the smaller one, we're going to use the Julie dowel rod because these are a little bit thinner and we want them to have a little bit of a curl. So again, keeping it to the left of the point of the petal, just like that. Pinch it up and roll. And then for our third sample, again, we're going at a little bit of an angle, still using the Julie, the non-colored one, and we're just rolling. I just have to say that darn whistle and when he was blowing it scared the bejesus out of me in that one video. Look at that, it's just pretty. So I'm just gonna put my two dowel rods away. And I did clean my craft room if you missed that. I'm really trying to keep my one side super organized and clean. I have a project to work on, so that's already sitting there. All right, so we used two different color yellows. So we're gonna use, this is the daffodil. So we're gonna alternate. So I have three of those. Oh God, I can't separate them. 2, 3, and then 4. This last one we're gonna leave out because we're gonna assemble our center, glue it into this, and then into the center of the flower. Does that make sense? So with our larger, one of our larger metal ball stylus, so they do come in, oh, I just poked myself, a set of 4, and there's a different diameter metal ball at either end. So like one of the medium ones will work because this is a wider base. Just roll right where the petals meet the base. Actually, the first one we shouldn't roll, so we're just going to flip those. This is layer 1. Alright, they will flatten out as we assemble it. We're going to add some glue to the back. Nice generous amount. We're going to place our petals in between the petals of layer 1. They're all the same size. Okay, we're going to rotate it and I'm going to fill in the gaps. So add your glue. So you're just alternating the color and then you're gluing it in between the petals of the previous layer. Directly on top of one another. So now you can see the shading between the two petals. Okay. So I'm going to go right around where the petals meet the base. You can fold them up. We're going to add some hot glue. We're just going to keep rotating it to see where we want to put it in between the previous layers petals. So I'm going to look at these two, bring that one down, make sure it's lined up directly. And I do stand, for most of you know that, when I assemble my flowers. I like to stand directly over top. And you can use your metal ball stylus to make sure it's secure. Who's growing some sunflowers in your yard? I need to go check on my friend's house where I was watering them. Because August is usually here in PA when they bloom. And into September, so you think of the fall flowers. Okay, so we're gonna keep this one. We are gonna roll right where the petals meet the base so we have it ready to go. And we want them to stand tall, so then I'm just going to fold them up. We're going to set this all to the side. And now we're going to create our center. So we're going to take our slotted quilling tool. We're going to start with, we have 3 different sizes. We need 4 of them at 0.35 inches high, 4 at 0.45, and 5 at 0.55. So I have them lined up, shortest to tallest, up the top here. Okay, so did I just get a splinter? We're going to thread one end of our 0.35 height centers. It's the only thing with the sunflower centers, they drive me crazy when they get tangled. We're going to thread one end into the slotted quilling tool. Be careful when you're doing the center. It does have a very thin base. Hardest part for me is trying to get it threaded, the first one. And yes, I have my glasses on. I feel like something went into my finger. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to slide it down. We're just gonna, it won't go. Let's see if we can get it in the middle. I like to start it in the middle of that petal, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, you're gonna roll it towards you a few times to make it around. Now, I use hot glue, but just be careful. You can use craft glue if you prefer. I just added some. And we're going to roll it towards myself and keeping that bottom right edge aligned. Roll it a few times. And you're gonna have to keep adding glue because you don't want it to move around. And this is the tedious part. So if you were around when we made the 8-inch one, I think that one was 45 centers. Roll it a few more times. Add your glue. Again, if you're more comfortable, you can use craft glue at this point. Up to you. We're going to just roll it and secure the end with hot glue. Okay, there's one of 4 of the 0.35. If you wanted to, you could glue these together. So you can just continuously roll. So you will still need to add glue when you get to that part. So you can do that. So we'll just roll these 2 like that to show you. So we're going to add enough glue to make 1 rotation around my center. Okay, I'm going to go to where the last one ended and overlap slightly. Roll it, so it made it around 1 time, roll it a few times. Keeping that bottom edge aligned towards you. You roll, but you're going to keep adding glue every few rolls. Okay. Eventually, this might pop off the slotted quilling tool, and that's okay. You just hold it in your hands and continue to roll. Add some glue as you go. Roll it towards you. So this is where I glued them together. So we want to make sure we get some more glue there. This is the very center of your sunflower. So we're starting with the shortest. Sometimes you can do the taller in the center, so up to you. So if you accidentally start with the tallest and work to the shortest, that's okay. I done it both ways. Add some glue again as you go. So that's 3 out of the 4. So you can see that we still have a while to roll to fill up that center. Okay, take your 4th one at 0.35 inches tall. Add enough glue to make at least 1 rotation around, or as much as you can. We're gonna go near where the last one ended, and oops, we're gonna overlap. Keep rolling around. I'm gonna roll just a few times. Now it's getting wider, so we have less rolls to use up the entire center. So roll it a few times, and now we're gonna secure the end. Am I making sense tonight? I feel like I'm not. All right, the next 4 are 0.45, so it's going to be a little bit taller. So we're going to add enough glue to hopefully make 1 rotation around. So you just add it on that bottom little lip. I'm just going to randomly start this one. You're still keeping the bottom edge aligned. Roll it. And you're just adding glue as you go. It's coming to the point where I'm going to remove it. Okay, so you just slide it out. Okay. So it's just going to be just slightly taller than the middle, than our 4 centers. We good? How are you doing, friends? So we're going to add enough glue to make hopefully 1 rotation around. If we need to add more, we will. Now I'm using Gorilla Glue and it does dry fast. So I'm just going to randomly start them wherever, keeping the bottom edge aligned. You roll it towards you. Add some glue. We don't want it to move around too much. It does get on my fingers though. Stuck on my fingernails, friends. So again, if you don't like using hot glue, you're more than welcome to use craft glue. And we're going to secure the end. So again, you can see we have a ways to go to fill up our center. Okay, we have 2 more at the 0.45. So we're going to glue them together. Add a little bit of glue. And you can overlap them. You can add enough glue to make 1 rotation around. Now it is getting larger to do that, so if you're not comfortable adding that much, just keep adding the glue until you have that first wrap all the way around. So I'm going to where the last one ended. So sometimes you'll see me do it randomly, and then other times I will start where I ended. Roll it a few times and then keep adding some glue just to make sure it stays secure. I'm at where I glued the 2 centers together, so I do want to make sure I add glue there. Does anybody use craft glue when you make your centers? I still haven't ordered any Barely Arts glue again. I need to. Okay. We just keep rolling with our centers for our sunflowers. Again, not a hard flower. Just a lot of rolling the center. So again, you can see we still have to fill in that extra space. So now we're going to take, this is the 0.55 inch height, but we have 5 of these. So we'll glue 2 together. So I just do enough to cover a little bit on the right side and the left side of one of the petals. Overlap them. Okay, so now we can roll. Add glue to make at least 1 rotation around and just all the way down. All right, we're gonna go to, I think that's where the last one ended. Near where the last one ended, we're going to roll. You're gonna keep it lined up along the bottom here again. Rolling it towards yourself. Keep adding glue, whether you choose craft glue, hot glue, completely up to you. Roll it a few times and again, add some more glue. You don't want your center shifting. It's gonna hold it in place. You hear the rumble outside? Roll it again towards you a few times. Keep adding glue as you roll. So if anybody watches Good Morning America, I saw they were in Delaware at Rehoboth Beach. We have gone there. I don't normally stay there in Delaware. I have stayed in Delaware, but we used to go to Dewey Beach, which is right next to where they were this morning. Or else we go to Ocean City, Maryland. Now, I did not go. My family went this year. I like going in the off season. Okay, so we're going to attach two of them together again. I enjoyed the pool while they were all at the beach. Okay. And again, when we attach them, we try and do enough glue to make one rotation around. Now our center is she's getting wider, so we need to add more glue. Gonna go to where it ended and overlap slightly, keeping the bottom aligned. I have to roll quick because the glue dries. So again, this is all staying aligned, so it's shorter and builds up to the height. Roll it a few times, add some more glue. They're all super quiet. Yeah, I'm not a beach girl either. That's why I love hearing the sounds of the ocean. I don't like walking in the sand at all. So I'm with you. Sunset would be pretty. I go in the off season, especially like when I travel to Florida. I like to head to the coast and stay overnight. We're just gonna wrap a few times. I will miss traveling to Texas for flower camp. I don't want to come down while Isaac's traveling for treatment or bring any extra germs along on a plane, so maybe Halloween Spooktacular, if we can make it happen. Maybe that'll be in person. That would be super fun. If not, we adapt and we continue to create, and we're here to support our friends. We do miss V very, very, very much, and Isaac. All right, one more. What? We're almost there. Thanks for hanging out. I truly do appreciate it. We're just going to randomly start this one. Or keep rolling it towards you. Did I make the brown cardstock and recollections in the 12 by 24? Anybody know? That would be good for the large paper flower center. Ooh, I'll have to look at it. All right, so here's our center. What you can do is hold it in the center and you brush it out. So hold it down and just, you're fluffing it out. bending those petals back. And then it will fill up your center perfectly. Now I do add a little black. This brown paper is actually super dark. But again, for a little bit of color, this is where the black soot comes in. Continue to use your finger dabbers. And just brush on a little bit on the tips. And this is a way you can also add the, you can shape your center. Again, just a little bit. It's gonna give, when I look closely, I can see it. Not so much here on camera, but. Now we bring back our flower, our sepals, and we are going to add glue to the bottom and a little bit around that flat edge and glue it into our center. Probably the hardest part. So I'm first going to go down the center, go around the edges. I am adding a lot of glue. And now we're going to go around the side. Watch your fingers, please. And we have to move semi-fast because our glue is going to dry. And of course my glue, I need a new glue stick. This is the hardest part for me. Looks pretty good. We're just going to fold them up. There's your center. Beautiful. And now we can just press to make sure they stay secure. So, because we did add a little bit of glue on the sides. Now we add our glue all across. Right up to the edge. We're going to look at a petal and bring it down in between. So I'm going to look at these two and that one and pop it right in the center. Oh, she's so pretty. Now I'm going to add a little bit of black soot. It's just hitting those edges. You can use the brown if you prefer. Double check it from the opposite side as well. So you can see my two colors. So again, if you prefer, you could use the ground espresso. Hi, Nathan. How are you? We appreciate you stopping by. So I'm just going to get my glue string. We are making a 4-inch sunflower for a magnet. So you could use this in your shop. Super duper pretty. So now we're going to add our sepals on the back. So I like to do mine upside down. So with the petals facing under, add some glue to the top. Ooh, I have a lot of glue strings today. Place it in the center. Are you working tonight, Nathan? We're going to just fold with the petals facing upward. You can either roll the center or you can just lift the petals a little. Okay, flip it over with the petals rolled under. Add your glue. And we're going to place these in between the previous layers, sepals. Press it so it's flat. Look how beautiful she is. So this is exactly what I did when I stemmed it, except for I stemmed through the sepals. So this is the same flower if you saw my stories that I stemmed, and I'll show you that. So roll right around the edge with the petals rolled up, flip it over, add some hot glue, and we're going to place these right in between. She is so pretty. Now, I said we're making a magnet, so what we can do, you can either, if you don't, you can glue on a leaf. I wasn't sure if I wanted to or not. Which would be pretty. And you can glue the magnet right on the back, or I'm thinking the 2-inch wood round. So we're gonna try this, and this is on the fly. I think these are 2-inch wood rounds, or I think the other one might be too big, but I'll check. I have the actual wood slice ones too, so if you wanted to keep it more organic, but I think the flatter one, I don't know, I think we might have to just go with the magnet. I thought they would work. Because it's got some height because of my sepals. Yeah, and that one's too big. I don't want to flatten it too much. But it might give us a good base. Let's try this. I'll be the experiment. Alright, so let's curl this. I'm going to use our green, olive green. And we're just going to shape it a little. All through the weekend. You're just peachy. Actually, all right, we're gonna try it on the little 2-inch. Do you like it with the leaf, or do you like it separate? We're gonna try it with the leaf. One or two? One? I think one. I don't know. Maybe I should have went out further. I'm gonna do two. We're making it work. I'm testing this for you, so. Now, if we needed some height, we could add the foam, but I think we'll be okay. I almost put it on the wrong side of the flower. And press it down. Maybe you want to do too large. I don't know. I think it's pretty. And this way you'll have a flat surface for the magnet. It's probably best, or if you didn't want to use as many sepals. I'm just coloring in the over the glue. And there you have your sunflower magnet. So let's just add our magnet. I have a glue string that's driving me crazy. Oh, she's so pretty. So I have these in my Amazon storefront. You may want to check next week when they have Prime Days. It's Creative Hobbies ceramic. There are 25 of them, and they're about 1 inch. They are super duper strong. You can use super glue, E6000. I use hot glue. I use all different ones. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, so lots of different options you can use this size for. And like I mentioned, I had designed this for a class I want to teach here in PA. And this is exactly the same size, so if you want to stem it. Now I did make some larger leaves and put it in the pot. So this is just a Dollar Tree pot I inked with my black soot and brown and green, just to added some Spanish moss, some different type moss. Added it up the stems. So again, it's exactly the exact same thing. You can see I stemmed it through the 3 sepals. So no different, same exact flower. So you have your choice if you wanted to make it stem it and put it in, this is a 3.5 inch clay terracotta pot. It came in a 2-pack at Dollar Tree. I had it in my stash. I don't know if they have it this year, but, or you can do it as a magnet. These are little 2-inch wood rounds. I did find it was easier just to glue it onto that. So you have a nice stable base then, especially if you would sell these. So thanks so much for hanging out. Again, we used the 2022 sunflower. template, and we created a gorgeous magnet tonight. So thanks so much. Oh, you would fly up? Well, I'm thinking August. I did email the one lady who was interested in having me teach a class. It's at Pinspiration in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's a great location. And then another one, she's on vacation this week, is Queen's Cafe. So they support a lot of makers, and she at her cafe has, you can enjoy some food or coffee and create. So I wish a lot of you all lived closer to come and join me live and in person. But don't forget, we do have a modified version of Flower Camp. It won't be the full camping staff, but we'll do my best to entertain you all week. And we will have a throwback and use our large paper flowers templates offered by V at Forever Petals by V in her Etsy shop. And we will throw in the mini flowers for some centers, or maybe we'll do, I've been using my templates to create some additional flowers. So a great way we can showcase the mini flower is incorporating it into the large paper flowers. So that's my way of supporting my friends and how we can continue our tradition and have a little bit of fun that whole week. I will be working again during that week, so I'll give you a schedule. I'm trying to plan out all the flowers because I will be using her templates. So, and the Flower Camp 2024 handout finally is almost all typed up. All the tutorials are typed up. It's just adding those little fun blurbs of photos from our end of day socials and everything. So we truly do appreciate, and I appreciate you hanging out with me, whether it was live or in replay here on Facebook with the original tutorial, or when I get it uploaded to YouTube as well. So again, all my Flower Camp 2024 tutorials are in a playlist on YouTube. V has gotten them downloaded, but she still needs some time to get them uploaded to her YouTube channel. So the links may change for hers and Isaac. So thank you again for joining. I wish you a happy and safe 4th of July. Have some fun, be creative, be safe. And when are we back? We are Tuesday and Thursday next week because I do have off on Friday. And then the following week we just have Tuesday, and that allows me some additional time to prep for the 6 days of tutorials. Sorry, 7 days of tutorials during Flower Camp 2025, which is our throwback week. So thank you all for joining. Again, have a great weekend. This is Julie with Photofabpaperflowers, and thank you again. It feels good to be back and be creating with all of you. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's magnet. I do have a new template that I am going to be releasing to this month. So we have a lot of fun things planned, and we're going to make a large paper flower sunflower. So thanks for joining, friends. Eat a hot dog for Paulette and Legally Blonde. Yes. Thank you all. I love you all, and have a great night and great weekend and a safe one.